I look a little crazy. I look a little hit. I, oh, I have to check the quality of the drink. Hold on. Ow. See the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So, what am I about to talk about? What am I doing? I don't forgot. I don't forgot. I don't forgot what I was even on here to do. Oh, listen now. So, oh man, oh man, it's so much shit going on, chill. There's so much shit going on that I'm considering making content. Oh no, did I even choose the right microphone? I probably didn't even choose the right microphone, y'all. Shit. Uh, stop. Gotta stop it. Oh, I can at least check because I might have just switched over to a default. You feel me? You feel me? Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Mhm. Oh shit, nigga, I'm watching myself when I'm talking. Oh shit, nigga, I'm watching myself when I'm talking. It's just. Oh shit, nigga, I'm watching myself when I'm talking. Oh, hold on. All right, all right. It sounds fine. I don't care. I don't care about the audio. Sorry, my audio sucks. It's fine. Ow. Oh. So all I grew up, I was a single, like I was the only child, and so I would like have to figure out ways to like occupy myself. So I like talk to myself a lot. And so I figured that perhaps maybe I could maybe like quantify. Like I don't know. I don't know. Shit, I'm crazy. But I'm gonna do a little bit of research. And I wish I could share my screen, but unfortunately, you might just have to watch me do this if anybody would ever watch, you know. But I believe that the most compelling conspiracy theory. I don't know who to look at, the me or well, I guess I could just pull up the information, huh? But I believe that the most compelling conspiracy theory is that there is a like I hesitate to even talk about it truly, but that there is a breakaway civilization that human beings made contact with or have always had access. A certain segment of the human population has always had access to this kind of trans world technology kind of shit, but or a subset of the American government was made a treaty with aliens, and those aliens agreed to transport humans off world, and that there is like a breakaway human civilization somewhere else. Nigga, like what? Like what? I don't even think I'm talking to a microphone. I don't even know what microphone I'm talking to. Like what? What? Nah. So we gonna read about it, but I might have to start this over, which is unfortunate because I don't know if I can change the inputs while I'm on manage. Oh, okay, I can't click it. You don't have access to this feature. Oh, okay. What do I have? What do I have? Oh, I can share my screen. That's dangerous. That's but that does help. That does help a lot. Excuse me. Um, what am I on here doing? I keep. I have horrible. Okay, so let me. I have to make sure that my the shared screen is appropriate. I may not want people to see certain things. Not that I'm like a psychopath or anything, but is there like a hide dash, like a hide? I don't even know. This is my first time using this thing. Um, Switch account, select stream. I can't change my input while I'm streaming. Like that's weird. Is it? I guess maybe not. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. So I'm going to dibble dabble, dabble dibble, dibble dabble, dabble dibble. Um, my mouth just be wide open, bro. Like an old person. Like when I go to the nursing home, they gonna be like, "Bro, this nigga is fucked up." And they ain't gonna be shit I can say about it. So I am going to go to. I don't even know what to do. 'Cause if I like, I'm like, if I share my, I can just share my screen when I get to the web page. That's appropriate. Um, what? Oh, I gotta make sure my mouth is closed. Uh, uh, okay. Listen. Okay, see, it's already started. It's already started. I'm scared. Um, okay. I have this microphone here, but I don't think that they say when you've been wearing your t-shirt too long and the neck dip in. I don't think that this is recording anything, but I'm gonna act like it is. And somebody's gonna pop in and they're gonna be like, "Oh wow, period, oh, period." I need like a wall. I would have to do like that OBS bullshit where I like can change like the virtual like landscape with a pussy. I'm just having fun looking at myself looking dumb on the internet. I got all these motherfucking. It's been a wild ride, y'all. 2025 has not been kind. And are we not even out of motherfucking January? Anyway, um, I'm gonna show you something. So what I described at the beginning of this stream, it's called a breakaway civilization. And there was a book written by a man named Richard M. Dolan. I've not read this book, but I have seen it mentioned a lot. Um, and the title of the book is The Secret Space Program and Breakaway Civilization, or Civilization, LS. And this, I do truly believe that that is the most compelling conspiracy theory. And if it is true, the implications are like, you feel me? Like what's going on? And for me, the implication is so clearly human beings have access to advanced technology. Advanced technology. If this is true, and I believe that I do believe that it is. Unfortunately, I haven't read the book. I should probably read the book. But let me show y'all. Can I like stream YouTube while I'm streaming YouTube? Is that like a thing? We gonna try. We are going to try. We are going to try. I'm going to do it like that. Oh, do it like that. Uh, I wonder what I randomly I was like, I wonder what Beyonce doing. You feel me? Like, what is that bitch doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? Okay, no, I'm looking at the wrong fucking Maybe I don't need to be streaming online, huh? The perfect fried bologna sandwich. See, now we getting on to something. I wouldn't dare show y'all what the fuck is on here. Oh, shit, the secret. Yeah, let's watch this entire thing together, child. Because I'm really a little nervous. I'm really a little nervous if it's true. If it's true. Oh my God, I'm scared. I gotta figure out how to get the audio without it like reverberating and shit. I don't do that shit. Streaming is definitely something like you have to like, you know what's going on, and it's pretty tricky. It's not gonna share my screen though, so we're gonna share. Oh, nigga, not share the live. Yeah, give me that, give me that, give me that.
It's called Sun's Air. Did I get that
Oh
right?
my God,
Sun's Air. Yeah.
no! See, I just
And
exposed
there's
myself as
all
that
of
Korean
these
man.
astronomical. There's Orion Square, I'm
So,
told, and all of these. So we're in the middle of it right here. We've got really the ideal
um,
location for doing what we are going to be doing today.
it's a deep thing,
And I'm very thrilled to see the
deep sea.
attendance
Okay, so what is this man
and
saying?
so many,
What is he saying?
as I often see at these conferences, so many brilliant,
Get some
insightful people.
audio in here.
And I always feel every single time
My audio
that I
is
learn so much more from you
totally
than you can possibly learn from me, but I do my best to even the score. And the other thing, I've really have appreciated all of the lectures here. Peter Levenda, Timothy Good, I've known for many years, and of course Richard Hoagland, who one never wants to follow for so many reasons. I mean, man is just a machine. He's so good. And it was really a fabulous lecture, I must say.
streaming tips, girl.
But I've got a few
You need to
things in
read.
store for you today, and I hope that we can make a nice adventure of it together. So this is a fairly new, actually it's almost a completely new lecture. I've been working certain themes. I work a theme for a certain period of time, and it seems to evolve.
Oh,
And then I move on and try something else. For the past few years,
I'm looking up.
long before
I only had it on like
I
2 days.
co-wrote the book After Disclosure, The People's Guide to Life After Contact, I've been a lot about how a disclosure might actually come about, the difficulties. And in fact, I got into all of this because I was very, very unhappy with so much disclosure talk that I'd encountered in the field of UFOs. I thought a lot of it was kind of, I don't know, utopian maybe, and not as well thought through. And I'm not trying to criticize other people. It's hard to think about this. And I discovered just how hard it was when my co-author of AD After Disclosure and I, Bryce Zabel, tried to write it. It was a real adventure trying to write that book. So I'll be talking a little bit about those themes, but
We're
really
not
what
gonna
I
watch
have
the whole
in store
thing, y'all.
for
But
today,
we gotta get the
still,
basics down, and I'm not about to sit here and talk
things
to
that
this
I've
man.
never
No,
really gone into in
it's only an hour and
great deal
44
of
minutes
detail.
long, I think, baby. But
Dealing with
we only
what
gonna
I
watch
am
like
convinced is
maybe.
a secret space program.
Oh Lord.
Not being in said secret space, I can't tell you everything about it, but I have some pretty good ideas on why I think it's absolutely here, and moreover, why it is necessary for the point of view for those people running it. And then I want to talk a little bit about a theory that I've been working for a little while now, something I've come to call breakaway civilization. What exactly I mean by that? We'll get to that. So let's get started here. Whenever I deal with people who are untried in this field, and there's so many people who think, "What's
I'm
the
literally
big
watching
deal
this with
about what
y'all.
you study? Isn't
Like
that
I'm
kind of
literally
crazy?
watching this with y'all.
There's no proof. There's no evidence. What are these UFOs? What's the problem?" Well, I come back over and over to a basic fundamental point. Rather than argue what is behind this phenomenon, because we really can have different opinions on this, different theories. At least when we're dealing with the mainstream world, it's sometimes very helpful for us to remind ourselves of fundamentals. And
You're
real
science.
fundamental is that there's
No, like
something that's going on. There's not something going on.
I'm getting.
We can start with that. And I've got about a minute's worth of images that
Oh,
I think would be
can't be having like
nice just to show you. This
on
is
the
a very
damn
brief
screen,
history of some
child.
UFO photographs through the years. And you can see going through the 1950s. We're in the 1960s. That's the first color photograph. 1965, 66, Provo, Utah. Into 71, France, 74.
The implications of
1978.
this are
This is
so massive
two
that I don't.
photographs
I
from
do not
Iran
even
in
like consider
1978.
it
Pretty
honestly.
interesting.
Like I don't.
1981 in British
I don't
Columbia.
have. I don't have it.
One of my
Like I can't.
favorites.
I'll be like, oh.
Hudson Valley, 1984. Drawing of an enormous triangle. Space-based stuff. I'll get into that very soon. Gulf Breeze. I'm convinced that was totally legit. And so on. It's an Area 51 shot in 1989. The Belgian Triangle. We all know about that. It's and this is just photographic evidence. Interesting things. That's Area 51. Lady, unsuspecting photograph of a UFO. Lots of people take pictures of these things and they don't realize it. I did one myself, which you'll see in a moment. There's Mexico. Australia. He didn't see that. Hungary. New York State. Vancouver. Netherlands. That's my shot. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And we're almost done. It just, and this is really very small sampling, obviously, and there we are. Incidentally, the UFO photograph that I took, one of 3 photographs. Actually, I think this is the first time I've ever shown it publicly. I don't really know that it was a UFO, but it was the strangest thing, I'll tell you that. I was in Washington, D.C. It was in April of 2004. Right after the first X conference in the D.C. area. In fact, Richard Hoagland and I both were speakers at the event. And in the aftermath of that, I did some touristy things in D.C. for a couple of days. So I took a tourist picture of one federal building at a U.S. flag, an American flag that was flowing, and I was unhappy with the breeze because the flag wasn't flowing the right way. So I took 3 pictures in the space of, and I didn't really notice anything, of course, until I took it home, looked at it on my screen, and I saw that this crazy little speck that in all 3 photographs, because my perspective never changed, the object moved from one part of the screen, then up, and then very far away at a sharp angle. So I thought, what moves like that in the space of 60 seconds? I don't
Cursors on a computer
conventionally what would
screen.
have done that. But in the first image, it was at its largest, and it looked like a black, I don't know, goldfish cracker, I suppose, whatever it was. And I've shown it to a few people. No one really can identify it. Whatever it was. So that's something is UFOs. Something that's not supposed to exist.
It's probably like fucked up.
So that's some photographs.
Nobody in this motherfucker anyway. It ain't nobody in this motherfucker anyway. I would hope it would have like some built-in function to prevent that, but probably not. What are y'all saying? You know what I mean? God. All devices use some kind of biometric system data. Oh, okay.
I was in Washington, D.C. It was in April of 2004. Right after the first X conference in the D.C. area. In fact, Richard Hoagland.
Oh, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. All right. So what do I need to do? I need to mute. I guess I can mute this. No, because then you wouldn't be able to hear me. I don't fucking know what to mute. Like I said, I got a person voice. Hey, hey, this is some really freaky shit. Like tap in. Like send this shit to your cousins. There's some scary shit going on, and like I don't really know. Like if this is the case, like I don't know if you're still here, but oh yeah, if this is the it's literally me. I'm talking to myself. Oh my god, I'm talking to myself. I'm so stupid. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I was talking to somebody. Okay. So maybe I can.
And of course, we could go on and on about that. But there's really no point. There's no need to. And of course, there are countless
Yeah.
thousands upon thousands, really millions of stories, most of them never told.
Okay, I'll just put
It's
the
a funny
damn
thing about this topic that I've, at this point, I
yeah.
don't know how many people I've
Not
spoken to
auto
who've had
generated.
UFO sightings, and I would say a large majority of them, for most of their life, don't really tell anybody. They may tell their wife or husband, or not. And it's an odd thing about it, isn't it, that many of us go through our entire lives with this most dramatic and sometimes traumatic experience that they've ever had in their life, right? And they tell no one. There's something not right about that. We're dealing with this awesome phenomenon frequently, mostly in an atomized, isolated way, in a non-coordinated way. And there's something very ominous and something very deeply wrong about that. But onward, there's not just photographs, there's not just stories, there's military documentation, a lot of it. In the United States in particular, we have some good stuff to work with. Really, by an accident of history, a roll of the dice, I'd say. And really because in the late 1970s, my country got a halfway decent, for a little while, Freedom of Information Act. It was actually worth something. That was primarily through the Carter administration, when, in fact, of all the thousands of pages of documents that we now have to work with, declassified documents, I should say, more than 50% of them were released during the Jimmy Carter administration. Think about that, okay? Because there was an executive order by President Reagan in 1982 that severely affected the Freedom of Information Act, made it very expensive, made it very time-consuming, and just generally difficult for researchers to get more UFO documents, exempted NORAD, for example, from FOIA, and much more. So, but what we have is actually not too shabby. This is maybe a top 15 or so. You could probably choose your own. I happen to like all of these. Not, again, to belabor it, there's no point. But one thing that I want to emphasize here is that all of these documents were classified at the time that they were created, all of them. And all of them describe
I might have to come back and talk about this
extraordinary
again.
encounters. The 1947 Twining memo, very famous among most of us researchers, nevertheless bears repeating, because I'm sure there's some of you who don't know what it was.
Crazy shit.
And in a brief nutshell, it comes down to this. At the time, in September of 1947, three-star Air Force General, U.S. Air Force Nathan Twining, who later became the Chief of Staff of the U.S. Air Force, wrote a letter in response to another general, a query by this general.
That's why they don't give a fuck
about these flying saucers. Essentially, the question was, do I need to do anything about this? Is this anything that we've got that I need to deal with? And Twining wrote back this very detailed response, essentially saying, well, exactly saying, the reported phenomenon is real, not visionary or fictitious. That's one important point. So think, classified memo, 1947, while the Air Force and the government's telling the people there's nothing to this, it's all hallucinations and so forth, war nerves was a big one. You have in the classified world, the reality is always different, right? So you have them saying, no, it's real, it's not visionary, it is not fictitious. Well-kept formations of flights, silent, evasive maneuvers when sighted, and my personal favorite, top flat on bottom. Now, what is round on top, flat on bottom in 1947? Well, officially speaking, nothing was supposed to be round on top, flat on bottom. Of course, something was. Another of my personal favorites is the 1952 CIA memo authored by the Director of Scientific Intelligence, H. Marshall Chadwell, to the Director of the CIA, Walter Betty Smith. And this is after a very substantial wave of sightings in the U.S., so much so militaries around the country were on alert frequently. Jet fighters or interceptor fighters were scrambled to intercept.
Shattered consciousness.
Seemingly fail.
Says entire
Important
procession
time
still
in
going in
history of
instant
UFOs.
slop
And at the end of that year, in December, the Director of Science writes
and banish every entity
and says,
I personally
his boss,
deem
he says,
unworthy and efficient
sightings of unknown objects at altitudes and in the vicinity of major defense installations are of such nature that they are not attributable to natural phenomena or types of aerial vehicles. How much more explicit are you going to get when writing a memo to your boss at the CIA in the 1950s? Well, not much. It is a bureaucracy, keep in mind, and people don't just say things like, boss, I think we're being invaded, but he might